Hey, Katie, imagine this one going through your husband's colon. Oops.
Man, when you start broadcasting in front of large food items, your career is done.
Finished.
I know,
broadcasting next to a giant
Trust
food
me,
item.
that's where this is leading to. We understand, Ben. Ben
remembers
remembers Roger. Yeah, your pals Opie and Anthony. We had a promotional guy that suggested that we broadcast in front of the world's largest Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
He thought it was a great idea for the Opie and Anthony program.
We were new at the station. We were looking for some kind of promotion, some way to get our names out there, and we wanted the promotion staff to help us out. Of course, they had no clue.
I just want to hear what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's, the regular Denny's.
So, Mom, I'll see you Sunday.
Be warm.
That's right. Also, we're going to be talking about backyard patio furniture coming up.
Wow. Large
my
hamburgers
God.
and backyard
patio furniture.
That's why Diane Sawyer's kicking your ass.
Wow.
God, get rid of these tools.
See you Sunday, Mom.
I'm sure Al Roker made a comment about how, he used to be fat and probably was like, I used to have 2 of those.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing with my old lunch? And they say, shut up, it ain't barbecue chicken, motherfucker.
Yeah, so we were.
Anyway,
we were trying to make a name for ourselves and stuff. We were new in New York City, and we figured we needed some promotion.
Yeah.
So we let the promotion staff know that we want to do something, thinking they might have understood what we meant by that. Some kind of guerrilla warfare thing out in the streets, guerrilla promotion, something to get us out there and really get some press by stuff we did, not hokey radio stuff. Well, this guy Roger, who was another great hire by our PD at the time, Gary Wall.
He stole all the stuff off the walls of this legendary rock station.
Yeah. Roger.
Lithographs signed by the entire, all the band members of Zeppelin, sorry.
You're even forgetting the best when they mailed satellite dishes to themselves.
Yeah.
They won their own contest.
Yeah, we had gotten these satellite dishes. One of the sponsors had given us a bunch of them to give away. Prizes, a good way to get people to listen in. They give away these satellite dishes. Well, they were mailing them to themselves.
And they got caught.
And they got nailed, yeah. And Roger would go through. There was a legendary WNEW, was a legendary rock station in New York. And there was just about what was amounted to a vault where they kept these records and rare recordings and stuff. And Roger went through there like it was Tower Records. Yeah. Just picking what he wanted.
He did that, too?
Yeah.
Oh, he did everything. That would be the best. We'd have, gift certificates to give away for free lunches. He'd be like, guess what? We're supposed to give these away on the air, but I'm taking the staff out to lunch.
We're going to lunch today.
He stole more stuff from that radio station.
Oh. And
then the best was, when he stole all that stuff, he had Eddie, the retarded kid, take all the stuff down to the garage before everyone got in.
Yeah, he'd take the hand track down. I got to take this down there for Roger.
That station really was a piece of work.
We loved Eddie, but he was a little slow. He was like...
A little slow.
It could have been Rosie O'Donnell's brother in that movie that was on the other night.
You know what? They gave him the job of taking the garbage out. Right. This was his job. Take the garbage out.
Dude, you know he can't trash Eddie.
I'm not trashing him. I'm just kind of telling him, wait, you think he could work in XM radio? I wouldn't worry about it. He's not hearing this.
Good point.
His job was to go around with a big trash can on wheels and go to everybody's office, grab their waste paper basket, and throw it away.
Ben, shut up.
And then wheel that to the freight elevator and take it downstairs. That was his job.
I'm sorry. Ben's laugh is so contagious. I'm sorry.
Because there's so many good stories here with Eddie.
Somehow, that translated into taking the mail.
Wait, can you got to slow down slightly. I know you know how to tell a good story. Yeah. But you forgot to mention that, he had 2 jobs, the mail and the garbage. And I know you're going to get to the mail, which is really funny and whatever. But getting back to the garbage, remember how many times he would check everyone's garbage bills?
It was 5 times a day.
Minimum.
At a minimum, 5 times a day.
He would come in, you would throw 1 wad of paper in your wastebasket. And
he'd come up and dump it out. Right. Like one little piece of paper would go flittering into his big garbage pail.
It's all right.
I got to empty the garbage. Garbage don't stop for everybody. No, like he'd come in and try to give you a little quip to get a conversation started. There's always garbage. Whenever you give somebody who's a little mentally challenged a job, they will talk about it to you like it is the most important thing in the world.
It's very important to them, Anthony.
Very important. You know, the garbage don't stop. Every day is always garbage, 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 garbage.
I remember once he was going on vacation and he was very worried that no one would take care of the garbage.
Yeah.
That it was going to pile up.
Like it's going to pile up and Viacom is going to go under.
Who's going to take care of the garbage?
I'm essential to the Viacom effort.
He's still there, probably.
Garbage.
He's still there.
He lasted a lot longer than we did.
Of course he is.
So go ahead, Anthony.
So that was his job. I don't know how that translated into giving him the job of delivering the mail. First of all, Carol Miller, legendary rock jock, she was trying to teach him to read before she was fired. I guess she didn't teach him that much because he couldn't read.
Dude,
couldn't read, delivering the mail.
Can I back up again? I'm sorry.
Sure.
This is how stupid this company was. You know, Carol Miller is being paid to do the radio thing, and she's spending her time at the office attempting to teach this kid how to read.
Dude, the guy's 50 years old.
He's probably 45 or so, yeah. And it's like, well, if you're so concerned with Eddie and you want him to, you know, maybe read, why don't you do it, you know, at home?
On your own time?
On your own time, basically.
This is our time. So he couldn't read, but he's delivering the mail.
It's that fake caring crap that I hate. You don't really care. You want to look good for everybody else looking in on it. Stop. Go ahead.
So you'd go up to your mailbox. It was like a bunch of little cubby holes in the wall that had everyone's mail in it. Had your little name tag on it, and you'd grab your mail out of it and look through it, and every name that worked at Viacom was in your mailbox except for yours. And you'd look around, and remember our checks would be in there, paychecks, and like I'd pull it out and go, oh, Earl Douglas. Great, I have Earl's paycheck, and you know it's not going to be that much because he's a black guy.
You could barely get lunch on his paycheck, and Earl somewhere is buying a brand new BMW with your paycheck.
So he would just walk around and he would just take like 4 envelopes and shove them in one of the holes, take 3 of another, shove them in another hole, not paying attention. And then every so often he'd come in the office, point at something, go, who this? Who this? And he'd point at the name. And if he did that to Ben, say it said Earl Douglas on it, Ben would go, oh, yeah, that's Don Geronimo. And still he couldn't read anyone's name tag, so he would just shove it in. And we used to explode. But we didn't want to get Eddie in trouble or make him feel bad.
Not at all.
So we could never say it on the air.
Well, the other thing is, you were going through a lot of heavy personal shit.
Oh, my God.
And you had a lot of...
I had no address. My ex-wife was living at my place in Huntington. So my mailing address was 888 7th Avenue. It was the NEW building. That was my mailing address where I got bills and legal things and stuff for my divorce and everything. So all of a sudden my cell phone gets turned off. And I'm like, where is my... And then I'm thinking, oh, my God, I haven't gotten a phone bill in months. And I look, and apparently Eddie was throwing them away. I was like, because occasionally he would just throw the mail away. That garbage. Look like garbage. Garbage, garbage. Garbage, you know, garbage never stops, guys. Garbage never stops. And he would throw them away. And then we would get these big packages. Once there were mic flags.
Yeah.
Then we got a big delivery of mic flags, those little cubes with the company logo, the station logo that goes on your microphones. And we were wondering why it was taking so long to get these things. Because we were doing a lot of press at the time. A lot of TV stations would come in and tape us, and there was nothing identifying what station we were on the microphones. So we ordered a bunch of mic flags, and every so often we'd be like, where are the mic flags? We never got them. It turns out Eddie had received the box and put it in a storage closet without telling anybody. Just opened up the big, and it was a mechanical closet where the air conditioning units are and stuff, the big blower furnace units and everything, and just threw the box in there. And then the time with the television.
TVs. It was like 30 TVs.
30 TVs were coming upstairs.
Oh, yeah. This
Another prize thing. There were prizes or TVs that were going to be used for 1010 Wins, the sister station upstairs. So they came with to the freight elevator downstairs, and Eddie's in charge of bringing them up. So wasn't it one of the homeboys?
Yeah, it was the homeboys, and it was the guys in the garage.
And the guys in the garage, and the homies went, "Hey, Eddie, can I have one of those TVs?" "Oh, sure, okay. Okay, no problem, guys."
8 TVs missing.
8 TVs missing. They came in and just ravaged this retard's television delivery. It's like, Eddie, where are the TVs? "Oh, a couple of guys downstairs took some." "No, you idiot."
So getting back to Roger. That's the setup. Roger started using Eddie to get some of this stuff out of the building.
Yeah.
Knowing that he wouldn't make a good witness.
So Eddie's, Eddie can't testify. So Eddie's there with a hand truck just wheeling merchandise down the freight elevator to Roger's truck, loading up the back. Because he would leave. His truck was almost doing a wheelie every night. And he's just weighted down with equipment.
The halls of NEW back in the day looked like almost better than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The
stuff they had on the walls. And
just gone. Gold records,
and when everyone knew
stuff.
that the place was a piece of crap, they just started stealing everything from the walls. It was
gone.
It was a shame. There was a Nirvana thing that I wanted so bad.
Oh, I have that on my wall.
I'm sure he does.
But a kawinky dink.
It was signed by the whole band. It's like a gold record. It's got to be worth a bloody fortune, and that disappeared. And I was I'm such an idiot.
Why don't you get a hold of him and try to buy it from him?
I should have taken it. I should have just taken it.
He left to open up a books on tape store that I'm sure just was so successful.
It didn't even last a year.
Didn't last a year. Books on tape.
But he's the guy that came up with such promotions as get a limo and have Anthony and I in the limo with a happy couple. A couple would get married in the limo on the way down to Atlantic City. That was one of his great ideas.
And we will be like part of the wedding ceremony.
No, we didn't do that one.
No, that was another one. We just looked at him like, what? And then the Super Bowl one that we did.
We did do the Super Bowl
party. Look at
party.
this shit we used to have to do. The Super Bowl party.
Ooh.
There was a contest.
Can I set this up really fast, too?
Yeah.
We were humbled very early on in our WNEW years because we came from Boston where we were just like huge. I mean, I got to tell you, we were huge. We put out this stupid CD, Demented World, and we did CD signings that lasted all day at malls.
Doing very well.
It was unbelievable. And then we fucked up and did the mayor's prank, and we got fired, and NEW hires us, and no one really knows us in New York radio. You know, a few people from the Long Island days, but not really much of a fan base. So we had to, obviously, like Anthony said earlier, we had to build up our names again.
Yeah.
So they get this great idea that we should, not even broadcast. We should just hang out at a Super Bowl party.
This was, you win a contest somehow. I don't know what the contest was, but you win a big screen television set and Opie and Anthony at your house for your Super Bowl party that NEW will take care of as far as, like, I don't know, a hero. You get a big 6-foot hero and a big screen TV and us two asses at your house.
And soda and beer.
Yep. So we show up at this house. It's me and Opie and a bunch of people at a Super Bowl party who we don't know and don't know us. Because you got to figure, the guy that was listening that won the contest,
he was really excited.
He was excited. He knew who we were. He was a fan, but it's also the TV. It's a good prize.
Sure.
He knows us, knows the show.
Great party, basically.
But everybody that he invited to his party, they have no clue who we are. So what it amounted to for us was, imagine Super Bowl Sunday, going with one of your friends, knocking on a random door and going, "Hi, just want to hang out at your Super Bowl party," and sitting there and watching TV and trying not to seem out of place.
Did you feel like a tool?
Oh, like you won't believe.
Tool ain't even the word.
Jimmy,
a dick.
No one cared. And then we're trying to explain. We started the party by trying to explain what we do and stuff.
And then, you got to try some of Aunt Janie's meatballs. Here they are. And like these people that, because everyone's family is, a lot of people like to think they're unique. Everyone's the same.
Yeah, we learned that lesson that day.
Everyone's family is the same. They're just different names and different faces, but it's the same situation.
It's the same characters, but you might be missing one or two. But in general, it's
couple
the same
of a melt
thing.
together of one character and another is just one of their family members. But generally, it's the same. You got the uncle that's a little off. You got the aunt that's loudmouth. You got this, that. So we're standing there.
You got the aunt that thinks she's still hot and sexy, and and she's a little older, but she's still a little outrageous.
So we're standing there like.
Then you got the the guy, the young kid with his really, really hot girlfriend that he doesn't appreciate because he has no idea.
He's 17.
He's 17 and he's dating a 10 and he looks like he's bothered by that.
Bothered because he just wants to watch the game. And
fast forward and that guy will be 30 wishing that he had something like that. I see that all the time, and well, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
These guys that don't appreciate the pieces of asses they're walking around with. They have no clue. They just assume their whole lives they're going to be going out with 10s. Enjoy it now, fellas. Sorry, go ahead, Anthony.
And so we're just standing around here, uncomfortable, not knowing anybody. And I remember I ate some of those Swedish meatball things.
Yeah, from Aunt Joan,
whatever it was, an hour later,
right?
I was like, I got to get out of here. I have to get out of here. I was supposed to go over my mom's house for a Super Bowl party they were having. I was hoping to leave before the fourth quarter was over. So I left, and I was like, I had to call my mother up. I'm like, Mom, I can't make it. Oh, what's the matter? I got to get home to a toilet. I went to this Super Bowl party for stupid prize for a listener, and I ate something that liquefied my intestines. And there it was. Ow! Ow! Just in utter pain.
Yeah.
And that was a great promotion we had to deal with.
Well, should have left an upper decker in the Super Bowl
party.
Dude,
believe me, I had to go there, and that would have been great. We come to your house. We come to your house for a prize, and Anthony just destroys your bathroom with liquid feces.
A few other things about this. The guy that was excited that we were there, it was his house. He set up a camcorder.
Yeah.
To watch us watching the Super Bowl. So there's a video out there that's priceless.
Yeah, there's a video somewhere.
If that guy is still listening, he's got a piece of gold because it's just Anthony and I on the couch, miserable. No one is even sitting on the couch with us. We're not talking to each other. We're watching the game, and there's a stupid camera that is just that is focused on us the entire time.
I remember you at one point. I was out back where they had set up some kind of a tent off of the house. So you walk out the side door, and you were under a blue tarp tent.
Oh my God!
And there was a cooler full of beer. And that's where I was. I was there the whole time. And Ope had to come up to me at one point and just say, Aunt, don't you think we should go inside, maybe just say hi to these people? Because I'm out there alone by the cooler drinking their beer. Just standing there alone. It's like, Aunt, why? You want to come inside? I'm like,
I got to tell you, you went home to have explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
I swear to you, after I left the party, we snuck out. I remember, no one cared.
We left before the game was over. No one cared. No one noticed.
And then
Wait, they weren't all fans? They weren't all happy you were there?
Oh,
dude.
One guy.
I'm not kidding. One guy, and then a couple of people went, you're on Q104.
No,
we're not on they didn't.
No clue.
Dude, I spent the next 2 hours just driving around Long Island. I never told you that. I was so depressed. I'm like, what happened
Isn't this great? Yeah.
I'm like, what happened to us?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Because we were already on the radio about 6 months at that point, I think.
Oh, I had, like, vivid recollections of being on stage at the Worcester Centrum and having an arena full of people going,
screaming,
O-N-A, O-N-A. And there I am sitting at a Super Bowl party where no one knows you, trying to just drink it away under a blue tarp out on Long Island.
Yeah, this is Anthony, this is Anthony outside near the cooler talking to his fans. That was about it.
Aunt, don't you think we should? No, Opie. No.
I drove around Long Island. I remember going all the way up to my my grandma's old beach house on the beach in Wading River, and it's winter. And walking the beach a little bit.
Oh, walking the beach in the winter is probably the most depressing thing you could do anyway.
I was just like, it's
gray and cold.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. What happened? What happened to us?
What happened? Where?
And then all of a sudden the whole thing turned drastically around.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of our tenure there because no one knew who we were. We had just gotten there. We had very few fans. So, yeah, it was depressing. Obviously, things really turned around when we decided to not listen to the program director or the promotions guy and ever do anything promotion-wise like that again. He approached us, this whole Roger thing also, approached us with this great idea. He was so excited. He used to come into our office with this beaming smile like, guys, I got something. And he must have played it out in his head, the whole scenario of him telling us and us going, Roger, holy shit, guys, let's get on this. This is brilliant. Thank you, Roger. He played it out in his head where we must have reacted like that because he comes in and he's like, guys, at Madison Square Garden, there is on display, as we speak, the world's largest Pop-Tart. And we're like, yeah, because we have no idea where he's going. Yeah. We could not possibly fathom where he was going. Right. That he would approach us with something like that.
Of course, immediately we're thinking, whoa, we could have a lesbian sex orgy on the top of the
there you go.
Right.
I'm thinking is, all right, we'll get the details of the story and make fun of it. You know, something like that.
Have somebody put a WOW sticker on it and kick a hole through it.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Get big heat lamps and burn the thing.
Burn it. Have Opie get mad at an intern.
Send Big Kev over there with a bib.
Yeah, there's plenty of things you could do. But Roger comes in and goes, there's a giant Pop-Tart, and I've set it up with the people running the event for you guys to broadcast right next to the giant Pop-Tart. Yeah, that's what you heard.
Exactly.
Utter silence. We were sitting there going, and then I thought he was joking. I'm like, this has to be a joke.
That was the day we turned our backs on Roger.
Yeah.
This is what happens with Anthony and I and Jimmy now in our careers. We give everyone around us a chance. We really do.
Let her rip. Let your ideas rip.
And then all of a sudden, it's something like the giant Pop-Tart, and then we will never acknowledge you again. Oh, we'll say hi to you, make believe we're on the same level, but you're useless to us.
You're dead.
And there's a whole list of people that happened to over the years. A whole list. A few people here at XM. They know their names.
And it was that day because we went into the studio that day and ripped him apart for that.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped him apart for it. We didn't even rip him apart in the office. It was like, yeah, giant Pop-Tart, huh? Well, we'll get back to you on that one, Roger. We went on the air that day and just were like, this guy, Roger, our promotion guy, has to be the biggest idiot working here. What could we possibly do broadcasting next to a giant Pop-Tart? Like, he must have played it out, though, that we would be there and go, well, Opie, here we are, live, Madison Square Garden. It's the giant Pop-Tart. You know, like, what? How does that play out?
I don't know.
How do you do a show next to a giant Pop-Tart?
Unless you sit Mabel King next to it and ask how many bites do you think you took of this before your legs wound up atrophying.
Right. Get Pat from Unaki and watch all the other 9 just topple off, making xylophone sounds as they hit the floor. Bing, ding, ding, ding.
Well,
half done.
Oh. So they're all broadcasting in front of the largest hamburger today.
Yeah, the largest hamburger. That's what shows are doing now today. Well, I saw Fox was doing it.
With all the wacky little lines.
The producer probably came running up to the Today Show guys and were like, yeah,
you better...
guys, giant burger.
Yeah, let's change this to another morning show because I'm sure the next morning show gets the hamburger.
Giant burger.
So they could riff on the hamburger and come up with cute, wacky lines.
And then we had the bumper sticker thing with Roger. Quickly, we wanted the WOW stickers. We wanted WOW stickers. Very important to the Opie and Anthony show, the WOW sticker. Highly visible. That color of the WOW against the black background is very important. You don't really think about it, but if you notice, those WOW stickers, you see them from so far away down the road. And there's a reason for that. The color contrast between the, I guess you'd call it a shade of yellow.
It's like
bright yellow, yeah.
It's like a gold yellow.
Gold yellow kind of color against the black background. Yeah. Very important. So we had gone over this again and again and again and again with Roger and Gary Wall. And we need this. We need this logo. We need him to be this big. We need this color exactly. Go run with it. Well, we get the delivery of the stickers. Feeling excited. The box comes in. We open up the box. And here are what amounted to color forms. They were the window clings. They're these clear plastic with like an orange-red WOW against no background, like a clear type color form cellophane background.
Thousands upon
thousands of these things.
Boxes being piled up around us. Some big delivery to our office.
Me and Opie are like, what?
We have some of the window clings?
Really? Wow. Me and Opie are like, what
you know how valuable those are?
What? Where are the stickers we designed? Where are they? And Roger, again, big smile, pride, beaming with pride, goes, these are window clings. and we're like, what? Window cling? What? Why a window cling? He goes, well, stickers. A lot of people don't want to put stickers on their cars. So they'll put them in the back windows. And we're like, what? First of all, the color's completely wrong. Second of all, stickers are stickers. They're meant to be stuck not only on cars, but on signposts, on walls, anywhere you can stick them.
On Howard's limos.
Where do you put a window cling on a truck, you asshole? Where do you put a window cling on a tractor trailer? Where does a window cling go on cars that are built after 1990 that every back window is tinted? Where do you put it? You stupid son of a bitch. They're window clings with that proud... He was so proud of himself that he on his own went in this direction.
And he was hired because his father-in-law was a bigwig at Viacom. That was the only reason, right?
Yeah, well, the other thing was, remember, Gary was like, this guy could come in and get you guys 10 Mercedes in one day if you needed it. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That whole speech?
Right.
That was also the day Gary's daughter was there. So I think
Guys, you need like 5 Humvees. You go to Roger. He'll get them for you that day. This guy couldn't come up with shit.
Is he still in the business?
Well, now he's back. Well, his audio books business failed miserably. He's selling time over at CBS. FM.
Over at CBS?
Yeah.
Sales at CBS.
Yeah.
Godspeed. And Gary Wall's daughter. Holy shit. What a distraction this girl was whenever she came in.
Yeah, this was our old PD, too, that we nicknamed the Ice Cream Man because he would disappear for... Well, I guess we could say it now. We're convinced he was disappearing for Yankee Crankies and ice cream.
Yeah. He'd come back licking an ice cream cone. The station could be in complete turmoil.
It was.
Yeah, and many times. It was. And we're in arguments. We're having fights with other people. It was just pandemonium. He'd come walking in, and we're looking for him to solve this problem. He comes walking in, opens the door, licking an ice cream cone, smiling, going, hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on today?
What's going on today? Well, Mr. Ice Cream.
So he had these 2 kids.
The other one you used to babysit for, he'd stick his son in the studio.
Anthony and I have been babysitting kids during our radio show for years. Stupid Bruce Mittman up there at AAF.
I'm going to leave my son and my... I think it's a girl, my daughter, in here.
His daughter looked like him with a wig.
It was Brucey Mittman with a wig.
It was
and little buds.
The little buds.
Little buds.
With that Jewish nose of theirs.
Yeah.
It was just awful. And for some reason, he would just plunk the kids down in the...
Boys, I have a meeting to go to. I'm going to leave my children here in the studio. Okay, we'll just do some effing in the A humor.
Right.
Unbelievable. They used to dump him off, and Gary did the same thing. Now, Gary's son, I really don't recall him at all.
He was, he got what they call the short end of the stick.
The short end of the stick?
As far as the combination of the DNA goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was a shy little kid.
Yeah. He was
little lanky kid, right?
He was, he was short and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he was just, pretty much the same age as his sister, more or less, within a year or two, and the sister was...
No, I'm just going to be...
She was a 15.
I'm going to be blatant with you. She had to be 14 years old, right?
Yeah.
14. Yeah. But one of these stunning model-looking 14-year-olds, you know the ones they have in Europe, that model?
Hold on a minute.
Do that? Ridiculous.
You're not saying anything too crazy here, because you go to any newsstand and all those hot girls on those magazines, they're all underage, most of them.
Yep. I know, a lot of the models.
And she was one of these girls that could have easily been on the cover of magazines, and she had to be, 5'9", 5'10", 14 years old.
And completely distracting. Could not do a show.
Tiny little skirts and everything, just prancing around the hall.
Really?
But you can't look. Like, if a chick walks in during the show and she's hot, you'll just look and go, nice tits, or whatever animalistic thing we'll say. It's fine. But she's sitting there. You can't even look at her. Never mind say something. You're not going to sit there and gawk. So you're trying to do the show and trying not to look.
So you lean over and you go, hey, how's school?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
That works well.
Legitimate?
No, because you can't even. Why bother talking? You're the old guy. You're not gonna go to jail by trying to pick her up.
There were crazy things going on too. She would run and jump on Daddy's lap, and ask Daddy if he got her the Britney Spears tickets. I think it was Britney Spears, right?
And Hanson, she was into all those
it might have been
bands.
Hanson. It might have been Hanson because
and she would wear the littlest skirts and belly shirts, and you're just like, you got to get her out of here. This isn't working for the program.
I wanted to rest
14.
I wanted to arrest myself for the thoughts I had.
Tell me a couple.
It was you start thinking like, this is nuts. This is insane.
Well, here's something.
Crazy.
She's what?
Crazy.
19, 20?
Oh, she's got to be. That was a long time ago.
Got to be 19 or 20 right now. There you go.
Anyway,
the old days.
Yeah,
the old days. Jesus Christ.
That station was just a clusterfuck.
What an uphill battle that was, just battling with incompetence over there.
And then we finally just said, you know what? Let's blow this up. Let's get the hell out of here.
I had it.
Check, please.
Sex in the church. We're done.
See you later. We're taking a couple of years off.
Had it with this place.
All right, a couple things, Anthony. We got the Katie Holmes pictures up on opieandanthony.com.